It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on IE Network. And this is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And let's get to it. I want to send a rest in peace out to my daughter Cindy. You know, happy heavenly anniversary, 6th heavenly anniversary. I miss you. And I'm going to mourn you till I join you. All right, let's get to it. We're going to first start this thing off with Jesse Williams and all the ladies and some of the men. Let's not front. Some of you men went right there and looked. All the ladies and some men are talking about Jesse Williams' nude scene on Broadway. Fully frontal nude scene on Broadway. So this scene somehow leaked out, and all the blogs and websites picked up on it. Twitter was on fire. It was the trending topic. He showed full frontal nude, and there was everybody talking about this video. So Jesse Williams has finally come out and made a statement, and he is upset that it leaked because it's not supposed to be any phones. So Second Stage Theater is adding more staff to enforce their no phone policy following leaked photo of Jesse Williams. Jesse came out and said, hey, you know, it's just a body. Everybody's going so crazy. But my point is, the thing that I'm upset about is that it leaked in the first place. Not that a picture of my body leaked. I'm not ashamed of my body. But it's just that this leak is supposed to be private, exclusive, and supposed to be no phone policy. So he was just more upset at that. In a statement released on Tuesday, the theater condemned the publishing and sharing of images, and it's appalled its policy has been violated, and unauthorized footage of our acting company has been posted. The statement read, "It is deeply unfortunate that one audience member chose to disrespect the production, their fellow audience members, and most importantly, the cast in this manner." It continued, "Taking naked pictures of anyone without their consent is highly objectionable and can have severe legal consequences. Posting it on the internet on a gross and unacceptable violation of trust between the actor and the audience forged in the theater community." So whoever did that, you better hope they don't find out. But again, his response was, it's just a body. Everybody makes such a big deal. It's a body. So there you have it. Jesse Williams responds to his nude body leaking from his Broadway play. Moving on to Dr. Dre. Now, Dr. Dre recently came out and he let everybody know that he lost $200 million because of big, juicy mouth Tyrese. No homo. So let me get into the article of what was said here. Dr. Dre, because back when, remember when he's supposed to be billionaire status, right? He did a deal with Apple, right? And Tyrese, I don't know whether he was hanging with Tyrese or what, but Tyrese opened up his mouth and let out that this deal was done and Dr. Dre was a billionaire. So it says Dr. Dre lost $200 million and billionaire status after Tyrese drunkenly leaked Applebee's deal, according to a new book by Trip Mickey. Okay, so it was sent in a book. To apologize. In this book by Trip Mickey, this is what was said. It was initially believed that NWA co-founder and producer Dr. Dre had reached billionaire status when he and former Interscope executive Jimmy Iovine sold Beats by Dre to Apple. An announcement made by R&B singer Tyrese, a.k.a. Juicy Mouth, on social media at the time reportedly thwarted the distinction of making Andre Young the first hip-hop billionaire. According to iMore, Tyrese's little announcement on Facebook was the reported reason that cost Dre and Iovine $200 million from the Beats by Dre sale. The incident that took place in 2014, shortly before the Apple acquisition, was official, was memorized in a new book by Trip Mickey titled After Steve. So, in chapter 10 of the book, Mickey explains Cook's entry into music streaming with beats by Dr. Dre catching his attention, by yada, yada, yada. So, they cost him $200 million, probably because Tyrese leaked the information. Right? It was a sum that Iveen and Dre could barely fathom. As the lawyers worked through final details, Iveen summoned the leadership team of Beats to his home. We don't care nothing about that. So at 2 a.m., Iveen got a call from Puff Daddy. Here goes Diddy, who was screaming that Dr. Dre and Tyrese, a rapper, were talking about the deal in a Facebook video. Iveen pulled up the video and cringed as he saw Tyrese bragging about being drunk on Heineken in a recording studio. In the video, Dr. Dre brags about being the first billionaire in hip-hop. Oh my God. Of course, Cook found out about the clip. When the word of the video reached Cook, he summoned Iveen and Dre to Cupertino. He invited them into a conference room for a private conversation. Ivy was anxious and afraid that Cook was going to kill the deal. Instead of anger and cursing that would pour out of Steve Jobs in a moment like that, Cook exuded calm. He told the music executives that he was disappointed and wished that Dre's social media outburst hadn't happened, but it did. The video hadn't shaken his conviction to buy Beats was right from Apple. Instead, he took the price down $200 million. And then that opened up the door for Jay-Z 2 years later to establish the first billion. So Dr. Dre tried to show out Juicy Mouth, hanging with Juicy Mouth Tyrese, junk on Heineken, for Christ's sake. Oh, man. Drunk on Heineken. Tyrese running his fat mouth and caused Dr. Dre billionaire status. I'm telling you, I wouldn't tell Tyrese my real name. So, oh, man. That's a funny story. But Dr. Dre's doing okay for himself. He's worth about $800 million. Moving on to Selena Gomez. And it seems as though Selena Gomez and Jack Harlow has been hanging out, spending some time together. Interesting. Well, we all know that they're trying to get Jack Harlow into some sort of industry relationship. Remember, he's got that bachelor type. They're trying to do like the bachelor persona. You know what I'm saying? For Jack Harlow. And he has been, you know, you see him shooting his shot at Doja Cat. You see his shooting his shot at Saweetie. Right? You saw him shooting his shot at a couple of people. It was the girl, the YouTube chick. You know? So they're trying to find the right fit for Jack Harlow. And it seems as though, according to sources, him and Selena have hung out a couple of times. And Selena was allegedly begging for his attention. Now, let me get into this article. It says, Selena begging for Jack Harlow's attention. The two allegedly hung out in New York City. Now they're staying in the same hotel. So, according to the source, they're saying that they've already hooked up a couple of times. Don't know how far to the extent they hooked up, but they have hooked up, and Selena has been looking for his attention. She posted a video of her doing First Class, singing First Class by Jack Harlow on her TikTok. So Jack, you better go give that lady some attention. That's a beautiful woman. That's a good catch there, Selena Gomez. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see if that's going to be Jack's PR girl. And finally, Joe Budden, he was on a podcast, I believe, with Math Hoffa, right? And they once again brought up the bisexual thing, right? Now, Joe had said that he was bisexual on his podcast, right? So, of course, this question didn't come out of thin air. He never gave a clear answer. You know, when they asked him this time, Matt Hoffa made a comment like, yeah, because I felt a little bit like you were trying to come on to me. Joe Budden just made a comment like, what if I was, let's say I was bi, what makes you think you'd be my type? You know, just like because somebody's bi, that means they all going to be attracted to you. What makes you think I'm attracted? You know, so he really didn't answer the question. I've heard from ex-girlfriends that Joe is not bisexual. They believe that he's just trying to use this for leverage and to not alienate any gay fans or any fans he has that might be gay that may think they got a chance with Joe Budden. Who knows? But his ex-girlfriends are saying Joe is full of it. He's capping. He's not bisexual. But you never know. The industry could turn you into strange things. I'm sure they could turn a straight man bisexual. They've done it before. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. I want to thank everybody again. I'll see you in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.